All right, everybody, welcome back to Hippo Cup 4, the round of 16 matches. We are coming at you with our final two matches of the weekend right now. We will have our first match here, Gurney Squad versus Bad Kittens, and this will be immediately followed by Telemarese Pony versus World Tour, assuming everything goes as planned. We're going to be getting into warm-ups first. Both teams had a little bit of trouble getting themselves all settled for this match here. They definitely are struggling to put together that full roster of 4 players that they need, but we'll see how they fare in this match here. Bad Kittens has looked really good thus far, but Gurney Squad making it through those groups pretty handedly, have been looking solid for themselves as well in that round of 32. The round of 16 pool, however, a significant difficulty increase compared to previous rounds. So we'll see who's able to handle the heat a little bit more here. We're going to have players, I guess, get ready a little bit outside of the lobby while we go through the warm-ups here. So we will start off with 17 RPG. We'll have one more warm-up, and then we will just continue going through to the actual picks. Everybody breaking on that intro pattern right there. Kind of a strategic warm-up. Maybe, I guess it's better to pick a more defined skill set as a warm-up here. Try and figure out what your opponent is looking for in terms of picks here. And the alt map, that 17 RPG, is a good way to figure out if you're going to lean towards that Nomad 3 pick. Pretty awkward Nomad 3 this week, actually. That snap aim and those square into triangle sections really catching a lot of play. So we will have both teams go through the rest of these. Certainly not a short warm-up by any means. I think my main goal is to have this not run super far into the next match. Remu has stopped playing, our source of audio for the match. I absolutely hate that the hit sounds come from the first player window, but what can you do? Maybe I'll turn map hit sounds off after this. But might as well go through the two teams for us while we are looking through the warm-ups here. So, on the left-hand side of your screen, we have Gurney Squad. They are going to be, it's going to take me a while to find both of the teams here. Everyone's all spaced out on the sheet. Assuming that both players, or both teams, have all of their players today. I was informed that they were having a little bit of trouble getting all of the players in for this match for both teams here, so interesting to see. Gurney Squad is captained by Kageno Kami, which is apparently name changed to just Kageno now, as you see on that middle right-hand side of your screen. Joined by Senjuro, Civil Oath, KE15, Shiark My Mommy, Ramu, Elki, and Bitcoin. So a solid team running there. They are the 20th seed by BWS in the tournament, a mid-seeded team. They made it through their group. Their group was, in fact, Group I. They made it against Russia Osu Cup, the Washington football team, and Hot Dog in that group there. And Bad Kittens on your right-hand side of the screen, the 5th seed overall in the tournament by BWS, a top-seeded team, the first team on that second row of teams. They're one of the very few top-seeded teams actually left in the winner's bracket, surprisingly enough. a lot of the top-seeded, you know, like those top 8 teams have actually gotten dropped to the losers bracket already. 14 UTC is still remaining in the winners bracket. They have looked good overall for the tournament thus far. GG Dogs, however, the second-seeded team by BWS, is in fact in a losers bracket run right now. They lost their first match in the round of 32. Were not able to make it to the round of 16 in the winners bracket, and they will be having to make a losers bracket run now. 8 Angry Men, your third-seeded team, is still in the winners bracket. Won their round of 16 match along with 14 UTC. Both of those teams will be advancing to the next round of the winners bracket, as well as your 7th-seeded 8 Cute Boys. Team Stos and your 6th seed actually forfeit against 14 UTC today, another top-seeded team that will be knocked down to the losers bracket before the quarterfinals. No Spamming was another team that lost in the round of 32. They will have to make a losers bracket run along with a lot of these other good teams up there. You also have Team Greg, another top-seeded team. They were able to win their first losers bracket match already, so they were knocked down in the round of 32. However, they were able to win 6-0 in the losers bracket round 1 against the super team. So they will remain in the tournament, going strong, living to fight another day there. They are going to have a rough time along with all those other top-seeded teams in there. And then that leaves us from the top 8 left with Bad Kittens here. I might as well go over the rest of the matches just to see who's advanced. So GG Dogs did beat Free Ganondorf 4-6-0. They will advance to the next round of the losers bracket as well. So all of the top 8 teams that were knocked down to the losers bracket are still advancing, but they do have to now play 2 matches every weekend after this weekend in order to continue advancing through the losers bracket, whereas the winners bracket teams only have to play 1, so they're going to have a little bit better of a time going through. But that's not to say that the winners bracket is going to get increasingly difficult as we progress through here. We're going to get Billy Boogie as our second warm-up, 16 minutes now into match time, and we have not played our first map. But we have Bad Kittens left, as I was mentioning here, our 5th-seeded team overall, the last top-seeded team in that top 8, captained by Trail Mix, and he will be joined by Lights Out, Fangzy, Thunder, Ramton, Vane, 5 Joshi, and Sayo. Mostly American team. You got 5 Joshi from Belgium and Thunder from France as the exceptions on that team there. But another mostly American team. Not a ton of those in the tournament this year. There's a couple that got knocked out in group stages, but the all-United States team's not super prominent this year. There is a couple all-country teams, as we've mentioned in previous weeks. This is definitely not one of them. They did actually change their warm-up after picking that. We're going to start enforcing timers a little bit here, just because these two teams are stalling by unbelievable amounts here. It is now 17 minutes into the match, and we have not even started our second warm-up yet. Leo has absolutely had enough, and I imagine most other people here have. So we are going to force them to get through the rest of these warm-ups. They have made their first pick. Gurney Squad is in fact going to have the first pick. I might as well go over that. So Bad Kittens did win the roll with a 47. Gurney Squad lost with a 33. Bad Kittens banned out Nomad 6. Nomad 6 being Patisserie Kamome, the PC map, the 27-second double spam map, if you will. First pin from Gurney Squad was hidden 2. That is Forte Escape AI. That is the blood-catted reading map from the pool. A couple more doubles in there. Not a big fan of doubles tonight with these two teams here as a trend thus far. Fremod 2, second ban from Bad Kittens. That's Lahar Al-Sama. Big non-fans of the reading maps today. These two teams really do not like the reading maps here. Gurney Squad in DT1 with their final ban. Come Clean, the Nightcore mix. Kind of disappointing to see that one banned out, but if Gurney Squad is not comfortable with high BPM against Bad Kittens, it's definitely a smart ban 2 minutes and 1 second of 281 BPM burst streams, and 10.3 on top of that makes for a pretty difficult map against players like Fangsy on the other team. So smart bans coming out from both teams there. The first pick in this match is going to be Nomad 5. We've seen it a couple of times. That's Finale, the Kamome Sano Electric Orchestra song. Mordred's Infinite Difficulty, the speed map of the Nomad pool. Just under 2 minutes at 1 minute and 58 seconds. 256 BPM, but it leaves a lot of aim in that map. A couple of burst streams in the triples, but not much outside of that. Both teams are just going to run through the motions of this last warm-up here. Lights Out is kind of just doing his thing here. Everyone else, I think, playing through the warm-up pretty seriously. So we will let them finish out the rest of the warm-up here. And we will get into the match itself after this. And we'll start that first pick. I think because of the amount of stalling that happened at the beginning, we are going to be enforcing pick timers and all of that from moment 1. I think both teams have players in other matches, but unfortunately, that's what you get for not rescheduling a match. Sometimes you are going to have to, I guess, deal with the fact that you're missing a player or two. And honestly, both teams missing players means that this is pretty fair. It's not like either team has a big advantage here. Both of them were scraping to get the players in at the beginning. And both of them, I assume, will be getting the players back at the same time. I don't think it's a random coincidence that both teams have players missing on both sides when there's another match going on. I imagine they're playing against each other, most likely. But we'll come into the last couple seconds of this story ends here. We'll get into Nomad 5. They have already picked that first map, so we're just going to throw that on immediately. And here is Finale. So they're going to get the standard timer, I believe, immediately to get all their players in here. So you got 1.5 minutes to get all your players in your lineup ready to go. Absolutely zero pauses here, just because of all the time that was wasted at the beginning here. We do have to play a little bit of courtesy to the other teams here. There is another match starting at 17 UTC after this that we would love to have streamed, and I'm sure that those other teams would love to have their match streamed. So we'll have all the players get into the lobby. Again, 1.5 minute timer to get all your players in. Apparently we're going strong here, so every time that there is a larger pause in terms of intentional stalling, 10-second timer reduction. So we're just going full on here. Looks like Bad Kittens is able to field the full lineup as well as Gurney Squad, so we're going to be getting into the first pick, no problem here. Both teams hopefully going to be a little bit more comfortable with having full lineups in. Good luck, have fun, and we're going to get into our first map here with Nomad 5. So for Gurney Squad on the left-hand side, running with Ramu, Kageno, KE15, and Lily Flower. On the right-hand side with Bad Kittens, you have Fangsy, Lights Out, Trail Mix, and Sayo. I could go over the match results from last weekend for you. I know the pool was quite a bit easier, and it's not exactly an exact measurement of skill for what would happen this weekend. But Gurney Squad barely winning their match 6-4 against Team No Way. I wonder if that could have a big effect here with the much harder pool that exists this week. And Bad Kittens barely winning against Alerta de Afe 6-4. However, Alerta de Afe higher seeded than Team No Way. I believe in overall Alerta de Afe, 14th seeded team, the German team, compared to the match with Gurney Squad here, who actually played against a lower seeded team. A little bit of a difference there. Rambo going to find a break on that first slider section there, and KE15 had a little bit of a break early on in the map as well. Rambo really not having a good time the beginning of the speed map here, KE15 as well. That's 2 consistent breaks for Team Gurney Squad. Sayo does find a slider break, though. That's 1 break for Bad Kittens to match up against the 2 on Gurney Squad. Unfortunately, not a super long map here with no mod 5. This is only 1 minute and 58 seconds. And that leaves not a ton of time for Gurney Squad to be able to make a comeback here. Lilyflower had a very early miss, but it doesn't matter. About the same combo as all the FCs. And there goes Fangzy. And that's a pretty big break that Gurney Squad needs here. They don't have much of a combo advantage here, only about 130. And unfortunately, it's not going to be enough to take the lead again here unless Lights Out or Trail Mix misses. But as long as Kagano and Lilyflower are able to hold these plays here, Kagano looking really strong with the accuracy into the ending. Lilyflower barely holding on with accuracy, but as long as the combo holds, it doesn't matter. And here we go into the last section here. A couple big bursts. We're going to see some of the aim patterns track people. The long stream finds a break on Ramu there, but nobody else. And unfortunately, there goes Trail Mix, though. And the lead is going to jump over immediately. There's 2 FCs on the side of Gurney Squad. Kagano and Lilyflower are going to hold on against Bad Kittens. Lights Out breaks the FC as well. And we're going to finish off with 2 FCs on Gurney Squad. Kagano and Lilyflower into the finish. Lilyflower barely holding on. 93% accuracy by the skin of their teeth there. Kagano with the 450s at the ending as well, possibly almost finding a break on that ending stream there. That really long one has caught a lot of people if you're not ready for the stamina that it requires. But still the highest accuracy in the lobby at 98.61, and Lilyflower just emitting the vibe of Hippo Cup wholly with the score v1 moment at 93.32% accuracy, 8 million on the score. But it doesn't matter with the breaks from Bad Kittens there. Gurney Squad going to be taking the speed map and their first pick. Not a horrible situation for Bad Kittens. That wasn't their pick. They're going to immediately go out with double time 3 here. So they're going to go for that. You see, I would say finger control because of the beginning, but the ending does have a larger stamina component to it with those streams into the sliders here. It is 218 BPM, so not the fastest map by speed player standards as well. But when you're running with players like Fangzy and Vayne in the lobby here for Bad Kittens, this definitely falls under the category of really comfortable for some of them. The slider breaks have been pretty prominent, though, even for our more comfortable speed players in the lobby. And they need to watch out for that. Alright, so we will have the good luck, have funs here. And as we get into DT3, Bad Kitten's going to look to get themselves on the board. 1-1 early off. No break points is what these teams are looking for. We haven't seen many tiebreakers this weekend. I actually don't believe we have seen... I think we've maybe seen 1 tiebreaker this weekend. If anything, actually, I know we saw one versus Alert Today, Afe versus No Way, and I don't think there was anything besides that one. So 1 tiebreaker this weekend. We saw a couple in the round of 32. We only have 2 more matches this weekend in terms of streaming, so we'll see what happens there. Sendero is going to find a very early break, and there goes Kagino, but Ramton is going to trade that as well as Lights Out, maybe. Bancho's going to give us a little bit of lag here as it attempts to queue. Oh, and a lot of breaks there. Actually, Fangzy is going to break as well. Unfortunately, KE15 is going to trade it out. It's Vayne versus Lilyflower right now. Kagino has a little bit of a combo, so the score is going to stay really close here. Vayne has the accuracy advantage, though. On score v1, it doesn't matter as much, but it is giving that edge over Lilyflower that the combo on Kagino really can't give. Lights Out and Ramton break to trade by Senjuro, but KE15 is going to hold the combo as long as Lilyflower is going to be able to hold off Vayne here. And Vayne finds a break, and that's going to be the break point for them. And that's it. Lilyflower holds on for Gurney Squad there. That is a 2-0 lead. Vayne, unfortunately, with the exceptional accuracy running through the entire map, doesn't hold the combo through that last section there. Finds a miss. And Lilyflower with the impressive FC on DT3 here, gonna hold it down for Gurney Squad there. Kageno backing up a little bit there, and KE15 was able to put up a combo at the ending there. Unfortunately, Ramton and Vayne, even with that accuracy, Ramton especially not able to hold that combo there. And that's a break point for Bad Kittens that they really didn't want to see early on in this match, but a good advantage for Gurney Squad here. Now they have their own pick to go on here. They're going to go with Hard Rock 2 Haru. This is the small CS Hard Rock, one of the better songs in the pool, might I add. Not quite like the full-on, you know, like 6.5 CS Hard Rock that we're running with here, just because non-conventional pools, you know how it is. But this is the second smallest circle size. This is base CS 4.2. So almost CS 6 on this one here. It is 2 minutes and 5 seconds. A trend of the shorter maps today. Kind of funny given that they were stalling so much at the beginning of the match here in terms of timers. We'll see. Hard Rock 2, all the players are going to get ready. We'll see how Hard Rock 2 goes. This is the first pick like this that we've seen in the match thus far. Nothing towards this more gimmicky, awkward style of map. We've seen mostly the speed maps thus far. Only the speed maps thus far. So complete 180 there. All right, into Hard Rock 2 now. You got Ramu, Kageno, KE15, and Lilyflower. So very similar, same lineup for Gurney Squad here. Fengzi, Sayo, Lights Out, and Trail Mix for Bad Kittens. Definitely an interesting pick from Gurney Squad here. Bad Kittens has a lot of good Hard Rock players on their side. So unless they're really confident on this, this could get interesting really fast. We've seen Gurney Squad consistently with the first breaks on map, but it's going to be Fangzy this time. So Bad Kitten's going to be with the first break. Lilyflower is going to trade this early, though, so it's not a big advantage for Gurney Squad, actually, because it's so early in the map, the accuracy. And now the combo, Ramu and Lilyflower both finding breaks on the cut stream here. Kageno, KE15, and Trail Mix, and there goes Lights Out. It's just Fangzy now, actually. The first break of the match has now become the carry for Team Bad Kittens here. He does find a break, though. And that's all the carry that we're going to see from Fangzy today. Lilyflower, the highest combo in Gurney Squad, going to break. But KE15, Ramu, and Kageno have built up combos now to combat what Sayo, Trail Mix, and Lights Out are putting up. And it's all going to come down to the ending here. It's a 1.1 million score lead here, maybe 1.2 million, which is not a ton of lead, especially once we start to build up a little bit of a combo in the slower section here. Any break, and there goes KE15 in the slow section, and Ramu. That is huge for Gurney Squad here. Those are two breaks that you cannot see on this map, especially in the slow section. This is free combo right here, and Bad Kittens is going to take an enormous lead going into the next key eye of this map here in the ending, and this is over for Gurney Squad. I would like to say there's an opportunity for a comeback, but Gurney Squad cannot hold a combo through the slow section of the map here. And this is well over here. Everybody on the side of Gurney Squad finding breaks here. Lilyflower and Kageno, the only one, but it's Sayo, Trail Mix, and Lights Out going to find a break, but it's all too late. The damage has been done. Barely any time left in the map, even with Fangzy's break there. Kageno, wait a second! They just threw the score over! Kageno is gaining so much score! How did that go back? What? And it's a fail! Wait, there is a team fail, I think, unless that's just Ramu failing. Wait, no. No team fail. No team fail. No. I think there is a couple failed scores, but there is no team fail, thank goodness. Okay, we're good. It's safe. Nonetheless, Kageno actually just brought that back for Team Gurney Squad in the ending with 11 million score. The red team is actually going to win by 9.5 million. Unless something went wrong there. On the MP link, it is most definitely Gurney Squad winning that. Oh, no. All right, we're good. We're good. It is barely a win for Bad Kittens, but it is a win for Bad Kittens. So the MP link is in fact pranking me. So Bad Kittens is going to get their first point on the board there. Gurney Squad almost brought that back at the ending there. That was so close. Kageno almost did enough. With Ramu's failed score, it was about a 4 million score difference between the two teams there in the favor of Bad Kittens. So they will have their first point on the board just in time for Gurney Squad to not gain a massive lead there. I was definitely wondering if that was a questionable pick from Gurney Squad. They looked like they could have actually won that map. Kageno had a fantastic combo at the ending, outscoring everyone in the lobby by over 3.3 million. However, every single player on Gurney Squad not being able to hold through this low section of that map absolutely destroyed them, unfortunately. And that is just unfortunate. You hate to see it. Gurney Squad gonna let that one slip away. They definitely could have won that pick, but not able to hold it down. We're going to get Nomad 2 next from Bad Kittens, the stream map. Very understandable pick coming out from them. They've been looking really good on those base mechanics maps here. Gurney Squad had a lot of trouble on the longer stream in Nomad 5, and this map is essentially that long stream multiple times. A little bit slower in terms of BPM, but not too much different. It's 220 BPM burst. That one burst in Finale, closer to 250 there. We're going to have good luck, have funds coming out early here. Have all the players ready. Again, very similar lineup running for Gurney Squad here. They're really going off of 4 players here today, unfortunately. And that's going to be a big disadvantage against Bad Kittens, who has at least 1 or 2 players to run on here. Ramu is going to take a little bit of while to load into the map here. So unfortunately, we're not going to have audio until he syncs up with the rest of the players here. But there it is. There we go. We're going to get into the map here as a whole. Fengzi, Sayo, Vayne, and Trail Mix versus Ramu, Kageno, KE15, and Lilyflower. Vayne is going to be the first break for Bad Kittens, but it's not really going to matter. This is a really long Nomad 2 at 3 minutes and 10 seconds. And I say long comparatively to every other map in the pool that we've seen thus far. There goes Sayo as well. Some unfortunate breaks coming up from Bad Kittens at the beginning of this map, but it's not going to matter too much as we get into the harder parts of the map here. Lilyflower dropping quite a bit of accuracy on that first stream there, but does hold the combo, and that's what we kind of saw on Nomad 5 from Lilyflower as well, letting the accuracy go, but the combo is really all that matters, and Sayo really can't hit these streams here at the beginning. And unfortunately for Bad Kittens, that's going to give a decent score lead over to Gurney Squad. Unfortunately, on a map like this, 5 million is not a massive difference, but there goes Fengzi. So that's another FC for Bad Kittens as Sayo continues to break. KE15 and Kageno, however, are going to trade it. So all of the combo lead for Gurney Squad just disappeared. However, they are going to, at the very least, maintain the score lead that they were currently running with here. It's Trail Mix with the FC. Vayne is down on combo a little bit, but it's a substantial enough combo that if there was a break on one of these FCs from Gurney Squad, it would make the difference here. But as long as the combos remain the same, it'll stay. And there goes Vayne, so it's just Trail Mix left now. And Trail Mix finds a break, and there's nobody left on Bad Kittens to combat the double FC for Ramu and Lilyflower right now. Fengzi and Sayo now going to try their best Sayo did not look good at the beginning of this map and has found a little bit more of a comfortable combo here past the halfway point. We're getting into a little bit faster section, and there goes Fangzi and Sayo. That's all combos gone now on Bad Kittens, and this combo is getting out of hand very quickly. Kageno and KE15 building up absolutely massive combos right now as Lilyflower and Ramu continue to hold full combos here. It is more than almost a 40 million score lead now, and there it is. They passed the point of no return. We are well past halfway point, and Ramu does break on the back and forth sliders there, but Lilyflower holds, and that is going to be enough for Gurney Squad to take this. Kageno and Ramu going to find a break along with Fangzi, Sayo, and Trail Mix. It's just Vayne. Lilyflower does find a break, however. KE15 is combating whatever Vayne is putting up right now, plus the 7 million score that he has on top of that. This is very, very over for Bad Kittens right now. Trail Mix going to find another break along with Sayo and Vayne at the ending here, and Kageno all at the same spot there. And Ramu and Lilyflower doing enough. KE15 actually going to come close to scoring right up with those two as well with this combo here. Ramu finds a break, so is not going to outscore Lilyflower here, but KE15 is actually going to outscore Ramu here at the ending with that, and that is insane from Gurney Squad. They're more than doubling Bad Kittens' team score on their own pick, so even though Gurney Squad didn't win their own pick there, they were able to take another break point, which arguably is worse for Bad Kittens here. Bad Kittens really not looking good at the beginning of that map. Weren't able to hold the BPM and the velocity of those streams, especially Sayo up there at the top, along with Vayne. Not quite. Trail Mix held the combo for as long as he could, but again, inevitably towards the second half of that map, really finding quite a bit of trouble. And that's going to be the breakpoint for Gurney Squad there. Unfortunately, again, they weren't able to get their last pick here, so they aren't going to have that massive 4-1 or 4-0 lead that they were maybe looking for. And, you know, that's a good thing for Bad Kittens. They do have their own pick here. If they're able to win this, that puts them up 4-1. They would be up 5-0 if they hadn't lost that breakpoint. So Bad Kittens, you know, you have to remember, even though they're down 3-1 right now, they're certainly not out of this yet. Gurney Squad has 2 breakpoints of Bad Kittens with one of their own picks. However, Bad Kittens has a breakpoint as their one pick here. So they are more than capable of bringing this back here, especially if they're able to win Gurney Squad's pick here. Gurney Squad had a very interesting Hard Rock 2 pick for their last map, which I thought was very awkward because it was very unlike all of the other picks that we've seen from them in this match thus far. And it definitely showed. They were very uncomfortable at that middle slow section of the map there. And it took a huge toll on them. Bad Kittens was able to steal that break point away. Gurney Squad definitely going to maybe look towards sticking to the speed maps here, and they are. They're going to go with DT2 Silence. This is the faster stream burst map here, 263 BPM, but it's only a minute long here. This is simultaneously, I think, a good pick and a very dangerous pick for Gurney Squad here, because Bad Kittens has a lot of really good burst stream players. Players like Trail Mix, players like Vayne, players like Fangzi, and all of that on their team is definitely going to give Gurney Squad some trouble, especially on a short map like this. You know, you mess up one stream on this map, and it could definitely make a huge difference here, the fact that it's only a minute long. But Gurney Squad looked really good on the 220 BPMs of that last map there. They're going to look to maybe do that again here. There was a double time ban at the beginning of this match from Gurney Squad, so it's interesting to see that they'd ban out the DT1, although not a very similar map. DT1 with Come Clean is the highest BPM map in the pool. However, it's definitely more aim-based with that 10.3 there compared to the faster streams in this map. All right. Apparently, Kagano's having a little bit of internet issues here, so we're going to force start in the hopes that that is all settled. Hopefully, he's able to get into the match. If not, maybe an abort. We'll see. Obviously, we can't just start a map with 3v4. But Leo knows that, so it's not really a problem. Not stressing about anything here. Maybe Kagano will load in, but there's a little bit of Bancho lag here, so there is a chance that he is able to load in with that, but we'll give it a quick panic to see what happens here at the beginning. It doesn't look like Kagano is going to get into the match here. If he hasn't loaded in yet, unless we're just going to get like a massively late thing, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll continue with the 3v4 here. They could technically win this 3v4 depending on how many breaks Bad Kittens gets, but there goes Lights Out. Actually, they can win this 3v4. Oh, never mind. 2 breaks from both teams there. It's Lilyflower versus Fangzy, and unless Kagano is putting up a very good score right now, Ramu is not quite able to hold. Fangzy does find a break. Lilyflower is going to be able to bring back a little bit of score here at the ending, but it's not a lot. Ramu does fail the ending. Lilyflower finishes out. And I don't think that they had a 4th player load in for that. And even if I guess they opted not to abort for that pick. Well, he never loaded into the map, and he also doesn't show up on the MP link, so Kageno's score was not there at all. However, something that is a little bit more interesting to consider is we can't exactly just give that point over to Bad Kittens, because there was actually enough score that if Kageno played, they could have won. If Kageno put up a close to FC on that map, something similar to what Lilyflower did, they could have won that map. Because Bad Kittens would not have won under, you know, given circumstances. It's not exactly a gimme there. So we're going to have to replay. Hopefully Kageno loads in this time, and we're going to be able to see. Bad Kittens looked really good on that map, and they have another opportunity to improve on the scores that they had from that last time there. Lilyflower had a really good almost full combo on the map on that last play. They actually did full combo through that last stream, so we'll see if they're able to do it again. That's 1 abort for Gurney Squad thus far. Again, Leo mentioning in the chat there that that is the 1 abort that they're going to get for today, and they're going to use it on Silence here. So we're going to replay the map, same lineups through and through. We're going to see if we can get a more accurate result here. Based on the scores that Bad Kittens got on that map, I don't believe the outcome is going to be super different. They had a 5 million score difference, which means that unless there is a massive drop in score for Bad Kittens here, Kageno would basically have to FC this map in order to make up the score difference that we just saw, but we'll see what happens here. Vayne found a very early break in this map last time, and if he's able to get rid of that, it's actually going to improve Bad Kitten's scores as long as everyone else can maintain here. But everyone's going to hold at the beginning, obviously. Not a difficult part here. We're going to wait to get into that first long stream. Lights Out is actually going to find a miss on that first pattern there, which is unfortunate. Lights Out was their bottom score on this map last time, so nothing super out of the ordinary yet. Vayne is actually not going to find that early break here, but we're going to come into that first big stream here and see who our stamina players are going to be in this match. Kageno's going to drop his first 100 there and a little bit more. Lilyflower's actually going to be the first break, and that's the FC for Gurney Squad gone now. And there is no breaks, double break from both teams here. It's just Kageno, the player that didn't load in last time. Vayne finds a break. Kageno is going to break as well. It's Lilyflower, and Lights Out is going to hold it down for Bad Kittens unless there is a massive break from Lights Out here. Bad Kittens is going to take this in the last stream. Lights Out holds through and is going to pull it through for Bad Kittens here. Lights Out, the bottom score of the first playthrough of Silence for Bad Kittens here with a 2.3 million score is going to improve to 3.7 million on his second playthrough and is actually going to get the win for Bad Kittens with a massive improvement in score. Unfortunately, Lilyflower with that break about halfway through the map is actually going to drop from the top score to the bottom score of Gurney Squad there. Lilyflower going from 5.7 million to 2.7 million. That is a 3 million score difference that actually would have won them that map, unfortunately. So, I did mention that Bad Kittens, based on their result from the first map, were probably going to win this map, but that was definitely winnable by Gurney Squad there. Vane putting up a very good S rank for his team as well. Definitely didn't have a good time on the first playthrough of that map as well, improving his score just a little bit on that. And Bad Kittens is going to take another break point here. Gurney Squad really needs to figure out their picks. They have let up both break points here. You know, I mean, kind of a shot at Bad Kittens as well. Both teams have let up both break points here. The only thing that Gurney Squad has going for them right now is that they won one of their picks. Bad Kittens does have the opportunity to win their own pick here and tie the matchup as well. So they have that going for them. As long as Gurney Squad doesn't take another break point here, Bad Kittens is definitely in a spot to tie this matchup and get themselves right into this. All right, we'll wait for the lineups to come in. It's going to be Hidden 1 from Bad Kittens, the basic aim Hushikuzu no Rin. I refer to this as the 8 Angry Men map for obvious reasons, but you may refer to it as Hidden 1. But a solid lineup for Bad Kittens on this map. You got 5 Joshi coming in for his first pick this match. We'll be seeing the return of Trail Mix, and Thunder will be coming in for his first pick this match as well. Pretty basic aim map here for Hidden. A couple awkward patterns here with the linear aim. A few little burst streams as well. So definitely a couple parts that you can find some breaks on here. And Bad Kittens has looked really good on the aim today. 5 Joshi going to be a big player for Bad Kittens on this one here. Lights Out going to be the final player for Bad Kittens as we get the Good Luck Have Funs going in here. Gurney Squad are going to make a roster switch here, so Senjuro is actually going to be subbing in. The first substitution we've seen in a very long time from them. KE15 going to be leaving the match for Senjuro here. But the same lineup otherwise, Reimu Kagino and Lilyflower here. Apparently Lights Out not going to be playing, and it's going to be Sayo. All right, Good Luck Have Funs. Looks like everyone's going to load incorrectly this time. So final lineups, Reimu, Kagino, Senjuro, and Lilyflower versus 5 Joshi, Trail Mix, Thunder, and Sayo on Hidden 1 here. Thunder going to take a little bit of extra time loading in French internet. Hopefully he did actually load into the map, and we're not going to get our second and final abort of this match. Gurney Squad has already used theirs. Bad Kittens, I would assume, would like to not use theirs right now. I'll give it a little bit of a panic to see if we can get Thunder into the match here, and there we go. So we are all set. No abort needed. And we'll see what goes on at the beginning of this map here. It looks like all players are going to hold through the beginning here. Thunder, for some reason, had a 400 combo and is now fixed. That was interesting. See who finds the first break on the big aim here at the beginning. This is the most standard map we've seen in the pool thus far. Hard Rock 2 kind of falls under a little bit of a gimmick category there, so nothing standard about that. No Mod 5 may be the most standard there, but it really came down to the burst streams and not the jumps there. Senjuro, the one substitution that Gurney Squad made, is actually going to be the first break for them. Is holding good accuracy, though, so maybe not something we're going to be seeing frequently. Sayo is going to trade it as well. Again, above 98% on that accuracy, so maybe not a frequent break there. Does drop a little bit below, but we're still early on in the map here. I would definitely expect to see at least one FC from either team on this map from the confident hidden players here. Someone like Trail Mix and maybe Lilyflower for Gurney Squad. Both players, they're very expected to see some good plays out of them. Known solid at hidden. Kageno did not mention at the break happened, but Kageno going to be a break for Gurney Squad as well. So it's 2 FCs dropped for Gurney Squad, and it's still 3 on the board for Bad Kittens here. So it's 50% to 75% FCs right now. There goes 5 Joshi, one of the better hidden players. And there goes Trellmix, Sayo, and Senjuro as well. That is horrible for Bad Kittens there. It's just Thunder left on the double S for them. Lilyflower and Ramu going to be holding through for Gurney Squad, and they're going to be able to make up this 2 million score deficit rather quickly here. A very slow section of the map. One big burst there. Lilyflower almost missing, but coming into a quarter of the map here, and Bad Kittens in a very bad spot right here. We need to see a double break from Gurney Squad. Thunder is going to be able to hold this for Bad Kittens. If we see one break from Gurney Squad, the combo advantage is on the side of Bad Kittens if one of the FCs from Gurney Squad drops here, but it needs to happen around that half or the quarter waypoint here left. Lilyflower and Ramu holding strong. Senjuro finds another break. There is no supporting combos for Lilyflower and Ramu right now. Sayo breaks as well as Thunder. That's the last FC gone on Bad Kittens. It's going to be the point lost here. Another break point gone for Bad Kittens potentially here. Lilyflower and Ramu holding. Neither team is able to win one of their own picks here. This is insane. It's been one personal win for Gurney Squad at the beginning of the match, and Bad Kittens has let up 3 consecutive break points. Gurney Squad has also let up 2 consecutive break points, but nonetheless, Lilyflower and Ramu going to be putting up what looks to be a double FC. Ramu actually does miss the ending with the higher accuracy, but Lilyflower going to put up the FC most likely into the ending here. Ramu very clearly finding some nerves, kind of shaking out his cursor a little bit before the ending there, but it doesn't matter. Into the ending, Lilyflower and Ramu going to carry Gurney Squad into the finish there with 2.5 or 25 million and 30 million respective scores there. Trail Mix with the horribly unfortunate 1 miss, as well as 5 Joshi towards the middle of that map. You hate to see it. 3 100 and 6 100s, as well as 3 100s from Thunder missing that stream, but massive opportunity for Bad Kittens to win that map there. Absolutely the higher overall average score per player there, but this is a Score v1 tournament, and Ramu and Lilyflower holding almost to the ending of that map is going to be the difference maker. All right, no mod 3 coming up from Gurney Squad. Let's see if they're able to let up a non-break point here. It's no mod 3. A very interesting pick from them, actually. Ramu did not look good on the alt map warm-up that they picked up. Actually had a significant amount of trouble with that. This is going to be the point here for Gurney Squad where they can really look to maybe close this match out here. This is their pick. If they're able to take a non-break point here, if they're able to win one of their own picks here, they're going to be able to advance to match point. Bad Kittens has been able to take every single one of Gurney Squad's picks in response to Gurney Squad's break points here. However, that being said, Gurney Squad does have one of their own picks still, so they are perpetually going to be one map up here. So even if Bad Kittens continues to trade maps back and forth here with Gurney Squad, they are actually going to have a very difficult time going into the later part of this match with that one extra map that they've lost. Certainly not over yet. As I mentioned, Bad Kittens has looked really good on all of Gurney Squad's picks, and they've been able to take the break points. Final lineups in for both teams here. And we'll see what we're able to pull out here. Thunder going to be the first break on the Nomad 3 here, but Fangzy, Lilyflower, and Sayo also going to follow up. Unfortunately, that means 3 breaks for Bad Kittens and only 1 for Gurney Squad here. So a very solid early lead for Gurney Squad here. We are going to get into the harder patterns here. Kageno and KE15 are both going to miss that doubles pattern. And that's going to be a combo advantage for Bad Kittens here. So already looking good after that introduction section. Ramu, the player who had the most trouble on the alt map warm-up, is going to try and hold this down for his team now. See if he holds through the square to triangle section. This is the hard part of the map right here. We're going to see the first difficult pattern. Lilyflower going to be the only break on it thus far. Gurney Squad's going to need to see some breaks from Bad Kittens on these patterns to bring this back here. K15, Kageno, and Fangzy all break. Unfortunately, it's the similar thing to what we saw at the beginning with Bad Kittens. It's 3 breaks for Gurney Squad and only 1 for Bad Kittens there. And it's not looking too good for Gurney Squad here. Again, man, neither of these teams know what they're good at. I swear. Neither of these teams know what to pick in the slightest. This is potentially going to be another breakpoint back. It looks like it right now. Bad Kittens have an insane combo lead. Already 4 million score in the lead. Pushing 5 million now. This is going to get insanely out of hand very, very early for them. Not a short map here. A lot of difficult combo sections. And there goes KE15 again. And I mean, I don't really know what else to say here. There is a 3-way 700 plus combo on Bad Kittens here. Trail Mix still FCing to combat absolutely anything that Ramu is doing right now. And there's just nothing that Gurney Squad can do about this. Lilyflower is going to find a break as well as Ramu, and that's the FC gone. And Trail Mix is going to hold it down for Bad Kittens here. Fangzy's going to match against Kageno here. But as long as Trail Mix holds this combo here, there is nothing Gurney Squad can do. It is I keep saying 1.4. It is a 15 million score lead. Trail Mix finds a break, but it is going to be all too late. You know, there is technically combo to come back, but nobody on Gurney Squad is really able to hold the combo here. Lilyflower going to miss the 1-6 burst. KE15 only with a 215 combo here. Ramu really not able to hold through this section at all. Kageno is the only combo, and there goes Ramu and KE15, and this is going to be over. Kageno cannot make up 12 million score right here, and Bad Kittens is going to take another break point. There goes Kageno on the slow section as well. What the heck are both of these teams doing? I actually cannot even fathom. Fangzy and Sayo going to break at the ending here. Kageno going to break as well. Everyone is just finding breaks all across the board. Thunder and Lilyflower, the only two that are not breaking absolutely everywhere. And that is going to do it. More than enough for Bad Kittens there. 14 million on the score. Another break point. I am losing my mind. Wow. Neither of these teams know what they are good at. I cannot even fathom the fact that we have had like 6 break points in a row. This is insane. Like, genuinely, I do not know if these teams know what they can play. Because of how many breakpoints we have seen, this is insanity. I have not seen this many breakpoints in a row in a very, very, very long time. Bad Kittens is going to go for Hard Rock 3 here. A very, very smart pick from them. Actually, this could be the first non-breakpoint that we've seen in a long time. Bad Kittens picking up on the fact that Gurney Squad looked not good at all on Hard Rock 2 compared to them on that easy section there. Found a lot of little breaks. Bad Kittens going to try and capitalize on that here to get themselves back into this match. Bad Kittens only needs one regular point of their own to get themselves back into this match fully here with 0 points down. However, if Gurney Squad is able to take another break point here, it's going to force them up to match point, which is not a position Bad Kittens needs to be in here, but Bad Kittens is going to look to keep themselves in this. This is certainly not over yet. I've been mentioning it for the entire match. Even though both teams have been trading points back and forth here, the only thing that's giving Gurney Squad the advantage is the fact that they've won one of their own picks at the beginning, which means that they're essentially going to have the opportunity, if they continue to trade picks back and forth, to win this match. However, if Bad Kittens is able to win one of their own picks, it's going to tie it up immediately, and these two teams could very likely go to tiebreaker. A little update on results for the rest of the day that we have missed here. Ramsing is going to have beaten R&B Club at 6-2. So Ramsing is going to advance to the next round of the winners bracket. R&B Club is going to fall down to the losers bracket. In our losers bracket round 1, Draft Dodgers is going to win 6-2 against Recién Levantos. They will be advancing to the next round of the tournament. Unfortunately, Recién Levantos is going to be dropping out of the losers bracket. We appreciate them coming out for the tournament this year. Hopefully they will show up again next year. But we are still living in the winners bracket here with this match. Both teams still alive and well in their winners bracket run here. And if anyone heard that beep, my fire alarms are doing a lovely little test right now. Absolutely love to see it. Perfect timing. So we'll see what goes on with Hard Rock 3 here. Again, we saw a lot of contention with Hard Rock 2. Gurney Squad was actually the one that picked Hard Rock 2, and they did lose it on that slow section here. This map falls a little bit low on the BPM here, a little bit more on the awkward technical side here. K15 gonna find a break on absolutely nothing at the beginning here again as well. Really can't play these cut streams. Unfortunately, Kagino breaks as well, and to be perfectly honest, think that this map is already over. Fangzi is holding a double S still, looks perfectly comfortable on this map. Kagino and KE15 really not able to play the beginning cut streams of this Lily Flower. Going to drop even more accuracy and the combo as well in the cut streams there, and this is already over for Gurney Squad. It's 1 FC to 4. Bad Kittens is essentially just going to build up enough combo right now that it is not going to matter. And Gurney Squad going to, let up another point here. But for Bad Kittens, good enough here. Going into the alt section at the ending of the map here, we're going to lose quite a bit. Something very bad has to happen here. Ramu is going to drop the combo. There goes Kagino as well. As I mentioned, this is essentially just over for them. Bad Kittens is a whole world more comfortable than Gurney Squad on this map here. There goes Sayo finally. Trail Mix and Thunder still going to hold the FCs. The score lead is well in the favor of Bad Kittens. It's not necessarily a matter of who's going to win the point now. It's how many FCs there's going to be. And it looks like it's only going to be Trail Mix for Bad Kittens at this point here. He's holding through the space section. He does find a slider break, unfortunately. So no FCs, but the damage has been done in terms of combo. Double the score for Bad Kittens here. 0 time for Gurney Squad. And that is the first regular point that we have seen in the past 6 maps of this match. You heard me right. 6 breakpoints in a row. That is, like, unreal. Bad Kittens is finally going to take one of their own picks here. Gurney Squad is finally going to let up a break point. And now we have a very interesting match on our hands here. So this just became a completely different match in a scoreline where all Gurney Squad had to do was continue trading picks back and forth, has now fallen to a match point showdown here where Gurney Squad has to essentially get to match point here, or if Bad Kittens is able to win a break point here like they have been doing for the rest of the match, can win this match and close it out, or Gurney Squad's going to have to take another break point after this. So this could go many different ways, and to be honest, I can't really predict it. Fortunately for Gurney Squad here, the Hard Rock pool has been pretty exhausted. We're basically just left with Hard Rock 1 here. We saw Hard Rock 2 and 3 picked out already. Hard Rock 1 is the last map that we've had left. We're going to be joined by none other than the famous and well-known for the final 2 picks of this match here. We're going to get some gamer level commentary going. Let's see if I can get the audio balanced up here. Lovely. Let's get audios balanced up. Welcome to the match.
Howdy, partner.
Audio is all right. So, interesting match we've had on our hands. 6 break points in a row. 1 regular point for Gurney Squad and 1 regular point for Bad Kittens.
I couldn't let you take this all on your own. Come on, Chili.
Never. Impossible. Hidden 3 now from Gurney Squad.
That is a dice roll. That is the dice roll that I think they have left on their hands.
I think the sheer problem here is that I think Gurney Squad is slowly running out of picks here. Running with 5 players on this match is proving to be a little bit difficult for them in the later picks here.
Yeah, which maps are there even? What were the bans even?
Bans, we are running with No Mod 6, Hidden 2, Free Mod 2, and DT 1.
Okay, so there is Hard Rock 1 left, which would maybe benefit Bad Kittens, given how the rest of the Hard Rock is going.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to be fair, I know for a fact that I think the only player on Bad Kittens who is super comfortable with this is Thunder. So for that reason, it could be a good pick. But the problem is, they need to at least match, Thunder.
Yeah.
For that to work out.
I definitely think Gurney Squad has struggled quite a bit on the Hard Rocks today, and understandably, they've picked 2 of the more awkward Hard Rocks as well. On those cut patterns, they've been really having a lot of trouble. But this is the first map like this that we've seen thus far.
Yeah, it'll be definitely... I think it will determine what Bad Kittens picks for their last match, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is almost... I want to say it's Gurney Squad's last opportunity to get their match point here, but unfortunately, based on the amount of break points we've seen, I don't think it is. There goes Kagano early break and Sendro as well. Only lights out. Ooh, big breaks from Trail Mix.
Also noteworthy to check Axe. Trail Mix in the 70%.
Oh, God. The cut streams on this map are so 60s. Hard. Sayo and Thunder holding on against Ramu. Oh, there goes Thunder and Sayo. It's just Ramu.
Oh, I think Ramu's gonna...
God.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
He's not locking.
Oh, no.
He might have carried it far enough. They're ahead 500,000 points.
Kagano's got a big combo with Senjuro as well. Senjuro and Kagano both break, though. It's Trail Mix and Sayo and Lights Out. They can bring this back. There's enough time. Oh, it's so no, it's not.
No, there isn't.
Oh, they had so close. They had the double break. Man, all right. Well, Gurney Squad gonna get a little bit. I don't want to say lucky on their gamble pick there, but full C ranks and a D rank for Bad Kittens.
Yeah, when your opponent has a C, a C, a C, and a D, I think that ends up being a good pick regardless of how risky it was.
Oh goodness, really? All right. Well, Gurney Squad doing well for themselves. Bad Kittens. I'd be surprised to not see Hard Rock 1 here. They have won every single Hard Rock thus far. But I don't know. I feel like they have a lot of players that would be good on a Hard Rock 1 aim map. I think Trail Mix is pretty solid on the Hard Rock aim. Thunder, I think we mentioned, looks really good today. But
unless they want to break out any of the free mods that are left.
Yeah, I got a couple free mods left. We also got some of the no mods remaining as well. You got no mod 4. Oh, and that's what they're going to go with.
No mod 4? Ooh.
Mod 4 Flux. So the slider tech map with that one very large 1/3 space.
Yeah, if players don't miss on that 1/3 stream, I think we'll see a lot of S ranks across the board.
Yeah, that's the big choke point. Here's the all right. How many players are we predicting are slider breaking within the first 25 seconds of this map? Of
25 seconds?
Of
well,
the key
I hope if they've oh, okay. Well, if they've done their homework, I would hope that at least half of the players, but I don't think there's any promises there, that's for sure.
Yeah, let's hope that there's not too much here. I actually sort of almost question this pick from Bad Kittens as your match point, like tiebreaker achieving pick here, given how RNG some of these sliders can be. Gurney Squad hasn't looked very good on gimmick maps tonight. However, this does fall a little bit more under the category of aim, which both teams have looked good at.
Yeah, I mean, if the gamble pick worked for Gurney Squad, I guess that Bad Kittens are thinking that, hey, why not us as well? But I do agree with you that it is definitely one of the more risky things they could have done. I don't want to jinx them, but I have a few players in mind who I think could really pop off on this, and I will let you know at the end if I was right or not.
No, definitely. I have seen personally Sayo and Trail Mix just win these. But that's from previous tournament experience. Lights Out hasn't looked super consistent today, which worries me a little bit for his performance overall on this map, but he was able to recover on that playthrough on DT2 earlier, so we'll see what's up with that. And Thunder has looked okay overall today, but we'll see what happens in the key eyes of this map here. Anything.
And into the first intense part we go.
A little bit of our introduction to the map here for all these players, and it's going to be Thunder with the first break. So not super good for Bad Kittens, but this is not a short map, almost 3 minutes here. There's plenty of time left.
It should be noted, though, that the first half of this map is way more note dense than the second half.
Oh, that is a very good point. There goes 3 breaks, though. It's a double break trade. That's actually going to favor Gurney Squad there. Oh, Sayo didn't break. That was Bancho. But KE15 and Sayo trade, though. It's Ramu versus Lights Out.
Sayo's still comboing for me.
Sayo still... Oh, wow. That's a big difference, actually, then. Yeah.
Oh, there goes Ramu. That's a player I had my eye on from Gurney Squad. That could be huge.
So Sayo is finally breaking. Oh, there it is. So no FCs left.
Yeah, okay.
This is actually going to go on the win for Bad Kittens here if somebody's not able...
Yeah, there's no combo across the board. No one has anything to work with.
Yeah, halfway through the map here, and there's just, like... I mean, it's basically combo for combo here. There's maybe, like, a 10 combo... Oh, Lights Out with a big break, but a double... What?
If you didn't practice this part, these slider ticks are really hard to catch.
Wow. Oh, there goes everyone on Gurney Squad. Yep, we're going to tiebreaker.
Bad Kittens is running with this.
Sayo and Trail Mix right now, they're going for it. They practiced the slider ticks, and they've got it, and there it is. There is no time left in this map for Gurney Squad to make a comeback here. The score lead far too far in the favor of Bad Kittens, and we are going to our first tiebreaker, second tiebreaker of the weekend, actually.
I did see the one other one, but This is the first one streamed, so that's
Yeah.
very cool. The name that I had in mind, by the way, was Sayo, because he sent me his 10 million point sight read.
Yep.
So it's cool to see him top scoring this lobby when it counts.
Yeah, this is a good performance from Sayo. It hasn't looked super bad, actually, in the match as a whole. Been performing pretty well, but having that top score is definitely something you want to have on your resume going into the ending here. And there it is. Bad Kittens forcing that tiebreaker down from the edge of defeat there. They were down 4-2. They're going to be tying it up 5-5. And now, the moment of truth, we go into Suyoko Nobara, the Ariabilized tiebreaker.
This match looked very grim for them. When I saw that they were down 4-2, I did think that Gurney Squad had a chance to just run away with this. So it's good for their morale that they've picked this up and forced what they have. Yeah, and I do think that this tiebreaker benefits the raw skill team.
I think that, you know, Bad Kittens had a lot of opportunities where they could have let this slip away, and Gurney Squad could have run with it, and it was that one early break point that Gurney Squad let up after they took the break points off of Bad Kittens that really did the damage here. If they were able to win that pick, they would be well off in here. But, I mean, you have to wonder for Gurney Squad here. Bad Kittens and Gurney Squad have been letting up break points back and forth. No trouble here. So you have to wonder which team is surprised that they're a tiebreaker right now.
Yeah, that's fair. I wonder if, surely, both teams want to, you know, win, but I wonder what Gurney Squad's expectations were in comparison to Bad Kittens. Maybe Bad Kittens thought that this match would be one in the bag, and then all of a sudden, they really need to fight for their lives.
Yeah, I mean, Gurney Squad, a 20th seed from BWS seed, and going up against the 5th seed, that first team in the second row of teams top seeded in a round of 16 match on a fairly difficult pool is definitely a more intimidating situation, especially when Gurney Squad is running with 5 players.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I think even if they lose, Gurney Squad has a lot to be proud of here going into a loser's bracket run, but you know they want more than that.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they're missing a lot of their good players here. Unfortunately, Bitcoin not joining them today. Neither is Civil Oath. Those are 2 very big players missing for them that, to be honest, maybe could have made the difference, especially on a couple of those Hard Rock maps for them, but unfortunately...
I wonder if anyone could have made a difference on the speed map, PT2, since that one was maybe more contested than Bad Kittens would have hoped.
Yeah, that could have been a big Civil Oath difference maker right there. Bitcoin, not super known on the speed, but Civil Oath definitely taking a good moment there. We are going to... What is Leo FLT? Denying people? Oh, I thought he was denying Sayo the bathroom. I was like, wait, that's so mean, Leo. Oh my goodness. All right, we're fine. He's just pranking them.
You will piss your pants before you delay this match on my watch.
You will stay here and play this tiebreaker. Oh, man. Well, into tiebreaker here, I mean, so... something that has concerned me very much going into this tiebreaker, and it has not been eased in the slightest by the maps that we've seen in this match thus far. But in warm-ups of this match, 17 RPG was picked as a warm-up. And Lights Out and Fangzy, like, 2v5 them.
Oh.
On the other hand... Nomad 3 Inai Isonsho was picked as well. And Bad Kittens won that by 15 million.
Yeah, that is definitely an indicator of how this tiebreaker might go. But 17 RPG is a way harder map, in my opinion, than this tiebreaker.
I think
the alt map, however, is obviously not. So, and if they won both of those, then you'd imagine that the middle ground of that difficulty would be all the same, but anything can happen, I think, in a match like this.
Yeah. I mean, this is one of those really awkward maps, and I think anyone that's practiced it has kind of, like, gone through the motions of standard alt map patterns for the majority, and then you have these 4 or 5 really big jump spacing alt patterns that I think may benefit Bad Kittens here, because if we're going by what Gurney Squad did on the Hard Rocks, they have more frequent breaks on the more timid section of maps, which unfortunately in a Score v1 tournament is huge.
That's damning. Mm-hmm.
Trail Mix is going to remain on Nomad 4, apparently.
I had that as well.
All right, well, he's going to relive his glory days on Nomad 4 before getting into tiebreaker here. Understandable. We're going to panic and get everyone over here, and we'll see what happens.
I do think there were a lot of maps in this pool where if you practice them, you become better at them. I don't think this map is one of them. If you're good at it, you're good at it, and there is not a lot of improvement that you can make in 1 week.
Yeah, this is, you know, can you hit big aim alt comfortably? We do have 2 hidden players notably as well. Ramu and Thunder opting in for no approach circles here.
I was going to point that out. I just noticed it on Thunder. Kalgana with the first break, though. Long map, but that's an early advantage to Bad Kittens.
That's a lot of free combo missing here. It's only about 160, but it's definitely enough. Especially with those big jump sections as well. Let's assume that every single player in this game doesn't break on anything except for those big aim sections. This is just going to go to Bad Kittens purely on that 180 combo right there at the beginning. Fangsy's single tapping this, by the way.
Of course he is.
Of course he is.
He was single tapping the cut streams in Eden. This is nothing for him.
Seriously, this is just so much. I mean, it's definitely a good thing for him as well. If you're a big speed aim player, those wide aim spacing parts right here can actually benefit from single tapping those. It's definitely more comfortable.
I completely agree.
So we'll see if Fangsy's the different maker here. But Trail Mix is really comfortable at that big aim alt as well. He's a player to watch out for. And never mind, he broke. All right, bye, Trail Mix.
Ooh, he overstreamed stacking part.
Well, that's
not good.
Not very good, actually. Yeah, combo lead to Gurney Squad. Fangsy breaks as well.
Oh,
Sendro trades. So it's not out of hand yet. But this is the type of thing that I was mentioning. Breaking on these free combo sections. There's another break for Bad Kittens.
Gurney Squad needs to take advantage of this, right? Is that 2 FCs to 0? Oh,
it's 1 now. Ramu is the only one left, but we saw this before on a couple other maps. Ramu and Lilyflower have been able to 2v4 carry their team.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Ramu is arguably the best player on Gurney Squad, so it's very appropriate now that he is bringing this lead farther and farther out, which is only at 3 million still, but the more he combos, the larger it will get. Ramu
did top score Inai, and Oshu, besides Trail Mix, who put up a 22 million on that map. So big players to watch out for in this are actually Trail Mix, Thunder, and Ramu here. They are going to be the big ones. But everyone hitting that space part there, again, you mentioned, you know, that 5 million score difference is not a whole lot, but assuming the players continue breaking with the frequency that they have been, it can mean a lot.
Absolutely. Though, Bad Kittens does have 4 solid combos starting to be built up, so if Gurney Squad does drop any of those supporting combos...
Ooh, Sayo, though!
Ooh.
Sayo messed up. It's those little 1/6% of the sliders, and
I remember you mentioning those being tricky. Those are not doing them any favors, and there goes Fangsy. Ooh, this is going to get out of hand very fast if Ramu combos any farther. Here comes a big part.
This is the big jump.
It again.
Ooh, Ramu's going off with Hidden right now. This is huge. 12 to 13 million now. It's just Trail Mix and Thunder. There goes Sendero, so there's an opportunity. It's just Lilyflower, and Lilyflower is basically just matching Thunder. It's the difference between Trail Mix and Ramu right now, as Lilyflower and Thunder are basically nullifying each other. There goes Sendero breaking.
I'm not sure there's anything Bad Kittens can do if Ramu just holds this any longer. I mean, the score gap's almost 15. Oh,
my God, he breaks. There goes Thunder, though.
Is there enough time for Trail Mix to bring this back all on his own?
Here's the big thing. Lilyflower held through that even if Ramu broke. So Lilyflower, I mean, Trail Mix is making headway on score right now, but Lilyflower is making almost as much.
Yeah, the score gap is getting smaller, but only just. And the supporting combos for Trail Mix keep breaking. They're not doing him any favors.
Ooh, as long as Lilyflower holds for maybe the next 20 seconds here, this could be over. Trail Mix is trying to do everything he can. He's comboing. He's got the accuracy. He hits the jumps. There actually might be enough time at the ending here. It's only 13 million, but it's going to be so close. I don't know if there's enough node density here.
I don't think there's enough either. Ah.
Oh my goodness, Trail Mix with the accuracy. I'm insanely impressed right now with this accuracy. But
yeah, wow.
oh, it's gonna be so close. They're sub 10 million now. He has recovered 5 million already. It's sub 8 million now. Lilyflower finds a break. It's sub 7 million. Oh, it's going to be so close. This could be like a 1 million score difference. It's sub 5 million now. It's going, but I don't know if there's enough.
I don't think there is.
I don't think there is. It's 4 million and going. Oh, and there it is.
Tragedy for Bad Kittens.
That is a match that they were not expecting to lose. And Gurney Squad with the 5-man is going to win with Ramu's massive early combo and Lilyflower's support.
Trail Mix does get the top score for the lobby, but Ramu is the MVP.
That score is so good. That slider break. I'm so sorry. Trail, that slider break. You know, it's unfortunate and you absolutely hate to see it, but that was insanely unfortunate for Bad Kittens, the 5th seeded team. You know, all right, at the beginning of this match, I was actually talking about all the potential outcomes of this and what's happened in the tournament thus far and the players that we have sitting in this lobby right now. And I went over in pretty good detail what the hell has been happening to the top 8 BWS teams in this tournament. 14 UTC and 8 Angry Men and 8 Cute Boys are now the only 3 of the top 8 teams left in this tournament in the winner's bracket.
8 Cute Boys is seeded 7th?
They are 7 seeded.
Right?
You have Angry Men at 3rd and 14 UTC, the number 1 seed. And they are the only 3 left in the winner's bracket right now. Bad Kittens now dropping to the loser's bracket, which does give us some massive changes in terms of challenge. And I'll kind of go over that a little bit more at the end of the